Hello, hello.
Hey, hey, what's up?
I'm coming through loud and clear.
I think so. I think we are.
Okay,
Um,
I'm driving.
how's everybody doing on this Saturday night? My Retro Live. Okay, making sure it's all working here. Let's see here.
Yeah, technical feat of strength. Hopefully we have this all worked
Yeah,
out.
we we're hoping we have it all worked out. Does it sound good, guys?
You hear me well? You hear him well? You hear Tyler? Hear the game?
Good luck, Mr. Nintendo, says Juna.
Oh, we're gonna break this game down pretty hard.
Oh
This,
yeah,
yeah, you can
this
totally
is going to
cheese
be
this
a lot of
game.
fun.
So how much cheese do you want on this? Because we can
Um,
completely break the game and it might destroy it for some people. We'll see. All right, we ready to get started?
Trying to find 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm trying to find a link here to share with people.
I'll give you a minute.
A link to the past.
Link to now.
Exactly. Uh, here we go. There we go. Just in case anybody wants to send a donation.
All right, kicking it off. Three, two, one.
Go for it.
Going.
Oh yeah, you know what? Since uh Jacobians, I don't know, you're the mod. I'm actually not a mod of this channel. What's up, Jacobians? He can pin that to the top.
Hey, there's no music. What happened? You
That's
hear that?
odd.
Yeah, that happened to me once before.
The
It'll
sound
kick in.
effects are there. Is it like a?
I don't know, it's some bug, I guess. It, I know it kicks in when you get to the boss. That is weird.
That is
I,
really weird.
yeah, I've only ever seen
That's
that
yeah, it's some sort of strange bug.
one other time.
We
So,
got math guy watching. Hey everyone.
yeah, math guy. We love math.
Jacobians having. I'm having terrible service at the moment. Might have to switch devices. No worries, man.
All right, so I have the holy water, right? Um, that's like the weapon of choice through this whole run, except for maybe Dracula, um, where I think boomerang works better.
Oh
But
yeah.
with the exception of this first boss, I'll probably have the holy water the whole time just to make this easier.
Be sure to. I'm gonna like it. Be sure, guys, to hit that thumbs up. See if we can get more people watching tonight. Totally unadvertised. We were just trying to figure things out, Manny and I. We're gonna do this a lot more often with the two of us playing these games, going live for y'all. Manny in the driver's seat, king of games, and I'll be spectating.
Spectating and commentating. All right, we'll
And
get that music
commentating.
back.
Yes.
Here we go. We're almost there. Still no music? There it is.
Hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. Oh, there's that music. It kicked in.
Piece cake.
Easiest boss ever.
Yeah, it really is kind of a a misleading intro to the game because the rest of it, I used to get stuck at Frankenstein. That was always the hardest one for me, and then you get to Grim Reaper, and that one's incredibly hard if you don't know how to leverage the weapons. Dracula, a lot of
Right.
a lot of people have a tough time on him, but I'll show you a trick. Um, you can beat his second form really easy.
Okay.
So believe it or not, those hidden treasures, you break the wall, maybe that like flashing treasure comes up. Those are, I think there's pretty much maybe 2 or 3 in each full level. I've never been able to find them all. And then I
Yeah.
think in the second quest, they give you more of them. So, question for you, Tyler. Have you ever beaten this?
Yeah, go for it. I've never beaten Castlevania, the first one, no.
Have you beaten number 2?
I have not beaten number 2 either.
Well, that's okay. Number 2
I've
is a
beaten
bit.
Super Castlevania.
Yeah,
And
that's a good one. I would be surprised if you didn't beat number Super Castlevania 4.
yeah, Super Castlevania, I've beaten all of the GBA games and DS games and PS2 games.
PS2 also, huh? Yeah, I just got the Advanced Collection. I haven't started it yet.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
remember
man.
which one
Yeah,
actually.
I
I did play
actually
through one of
sunk
them.
some good time into that.
I think maybe Circle of the Moon was the one I played.
Oh yeah, so I know Mikey played a lot of Aria of Sorrow.
Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah, we didn't have them all. We just had one of the. Which one was it? We had one on the Game Boy Advance. But I think they had a couple of them on Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance, right?
So there was Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow on GBA. And then on DS, there was Curse, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia.
Order. I did that one. Yeah, that was the one. I like that one.
Oh, and of course, I've beaten Symphony of the Night too. Yeah.
So this is the weapon of choice, right? So you use the holy water. It basically freezes anything in place, except I think for Dracula. I've never really tried it, but he teleports around anyway. So
Oh, you know what? So I just saw on my alert here, we don't have it set up, unfortunately, on Manny's end because Manny's actually streaming from his computer, and we didn't set up the alert box. But we did just get a donation from Mike Martino. Thank you, Mike, for your $5 donation. Really appreciate that, man.
very cool. Thanks, man.
I don't know what it is you said. You might have had a statement or a shout out in it, but thank you. Thank you very much for your donation.
Just so you guys know, because our setup here, we're a little bit delayed between our communication here, so we might step on each other a little bit when we speak.
Yeah, we're going to try our best not to, but we're still learning.
Yeah. Come on.
12 people in the house. How you guys doing on a Saturday night? It is My Retro Live with Cousin Manny. He's going to try to beat Castlevania, and I would not be I would not be surprised if he does beat it tonight. So you're going to want to tune in for for the whole stream here because he mastered this game years ago. I think he can do it.
Yeah, we're about halfway through. We will do it. I've got a couple of pain points coming up. The next stage is kind of tough. And you'll see why. And this guy, come on. And then the Dracula
we'll
fight
have that alert box
itself
set up.
is kind of tough. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, later on. So, Manny, what was the first time you played this game? Like, can you remember playing it for the first time, and what were your feelings? What were your thoughts
Oh yeah,
on Castlevania?
I
How'd you
don't.
first hear about it?
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know where I first heard about it, but this is one of the first games I got when I got my NES, right? So this was with it. And what happened, well, the story about how I got the NES was, it was kind of like a gift to me because I agreed to go to Greece with my dad to, meet everyone there. I was like 7 years old. And the prize at the end of that was come home to an NES. And so while we were gone, my mom picked up the NES and a bunch of games, and this was one of them. So first time playing it, let's see.
Oh man, so this was one of the first ones.
Yeah, this is one of the first games. This, Mario, Zelda. I don't know if I had Zelda right away. This and Mario, and believe it or not, the game Gotcha, the sport, which is a light gun game. I think it's an LGN game too.
Yeah, that's one I've never played.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. That was easy. Playing this the first time, it's kind of like mind-blowing, I think. It's hard to remember how I felt playing it, but I'd come from some of my friends had Nintendos, but I was mostly coming out of Atari, so there's nothing really like this over there. So to start playing something like this and have all the monsters and stuff, it was great. All right, so this stage completely sucks.
I mean, this was unheard of.
And that's
this sort of game with all these classic movie monsters and.
Yeah, these bats and this platform, and it gets worse if you're in the second quest, because those fishmen, they just are relentless, and they'll jump up and knock you right off that platform, and there's nothing you could do about it.
This is usually as far as I get in the game.
Yeah, this is definitely this area is kind of like the gate that you need to break past. If you can bust past this, you might be able to do the rest. Again, Grim Reaper's really tough, but the levels themselves after
definitely
this,
jumps
they're not that
up.
bad. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so that was the hard part.
But Manny's tearing through this. Look at this. This is crazy. We're going to have to do a My Retro Live one night of you playing Shadowgate.
Shadowgate. I do not remember how to get through that one. There are some parts I'll remember, definitely, but I think that one's going to be fun. Don't expect to finish it in one night. Oh no! I got the axe. That's not good. We're going to have to do this the hard way.
Oh no.
Well, maybe I can do it. I don't know. Otherwise, we might have to deplete our lives.
We could do it the hard way, or we can do it the easy way.
Yeah. You schmuck. You think I'd be stupid enough to kill myself? Now, what was that from, the easy way and the hard way? That was Back to the Future, right? Yeah, sorry, wrong movie I was thinking of.
Yes, Back to the Future 2.
Yeah. I was thinking of Goonies. When when
Well, both classics from our day.
yeah. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do.
There's Frankenweenie.
Yeah, the worst part about Frankenstein himself isn't bad. It's Igor here, that the flea man, that really gets you. Alright, maybe I should take that back. Alright, we got him.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think I underestimated how fast you'd be tearing through this.
I think I did too, honestly. I play this so often. I really do, so maybe I'm just a little bit fine-tuned to it
Charlie
at this point.
Hustle says, "Yo, cousin Manny."
Yo, Charlie.
Jacobians is currently watching Deep Space Nine for the first time. I've never seen that. And
Are
the
you into
math
that
guy
series?
just got in bed, and now it's going to delay him falling asleep.
Well, don't worry, you'll be asleep soon.
That we're playing.
We'll be done. Don't worry about that. Unless, you know, we got some backup games that we could jump to as well. But we did get started a bit late trying to figure out our technical difficulties.
Yeah. Do be sure to hit that like, thumbs up. We'll see if anybody else catches this tonight. Maybe some new viewers. D-Dub, what's up? He says, hey, I can't, you, yeah. Yeah, we're almost near the end of the game.
Well, yeah, what time is it now? Let's see. Alright. If you have time,
It's 11:13.
I might be able to make it through Castlevania IV.
My time. Oh, okay.
We could try that.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I know these bags of points are really pointless here, but no pun intended on that. But I don't know. It's just I have to pick them up. I have to hit almost every candle I can. All right, so these axe guys are a real pain, right? They take tons of hits to kill, but you get 1 or 2 sometimes holy waters, and they're done, just like that. And you usually get a 5 heart upgrade too.
Yeah, thankfully the axes, they disappear. The sub weapons, the ones that you don't want, they'll disappear.
Yeah. I the axe. I don't think I ever used the dagger. The axe is another one that just that first bat boss, and that's it. You don't need it after that.
Yeah. D-Dub says, Cousin Manny's a master. I've seen that look in his eye.
Oh, that look. Okay. Yeah.
Probably they're seeing the same look that you had when you played Castlevania 3 when you were a kid.
Yeah, man, that game is still a nightmare for me. It really is. You think it would have gotten easier. I think I've gotten better at these older games over time, but that one will still destroy me.
Oh, we'll have to attempt it sometime.
Yeah, we're gonna work up to that one. I'll have to
some 20
hone
years
my skill.
after we did it on video. I say we. I was just watching you do it.
Yeah, well, it's all about the support. I remember, it gets frustrating too, because you play and you lose, and sometimes, like, if Mikey were around, he'd be, like, goading me, and sometimes even your dad would, like, he would just, like, start getting on my nerves a little bit as I'm playing. Like, I'm trying, I really am. Like, sure, I missed the jump, but, I couldn't really help it. And you guys
Hey,
would
what's
watch.
up, Square? How are you doing?
Square. Yeah, so you can make short work of those Axe Knights with the Holy Water. If you jump, throw one. And then this guy, Grim Reaper, is just as easy to beat. So I've only ever beaten him.
Near the end of Castlevania, for those of you just joining.
Yeah, almost done. If you don't stunlock Grim Reaper there with the Holy Water, he'll bounce all over the place. It's a pretty easy pattern for him moving, but the hard thing, of course, is the sights that he throws out. And there's 4 of them, I think, maybe 3 on normal, and then 4 on the replay, the loop. But man, talk about difficult.
Yeah,
that will eat you up.
The way you're tearing through this game. I like this song a lot. This is one of my favorite tracks in the game, actually.
Best bet here is just to run. You can... Oh! Wow, I've never really gotten hit on that one, because it usually doesn't come that high. Oh, that's not good. That's fine.
Oh, man. That your first death?
No, oh yeah, no, I think I fell off of a platform. Yeah, entry to level 4, I fell off of the platform. So, those bats have a pretty fixed pattern, but sometimes it gets random. Sometimes I get that.
I don't know.
Stopwatch.
Jacobians, you might be right. Manny is attempting a world record.
Nah. No way. What world record for what, by the way? Oh, here we go.
I don't know what the world record is for this.
I've watched plenty of good speedruns. I'm nowhere near that. Family record,
yeah,
maybe.
I'd imagine not. Maybe for a long play.
Oh, come on. That wasn't fair.
Charlie Hustle says, I beat this as a 12-year-old and never again. Still one of my favorites. That's really awesome that you beat it as a 12-year-old. I've never beaten it, actually. I always got stuck probably at that cave level, the catacombs.
I remember the first time I beat it, and I don't know, maybe I was around the same age, but it was back during a time when we would keep the NES on for days and like go to school and come home, and it was just on all day as we tried to do multiple attempts on different games, like Back to the Future 2 and 3. We left that one on for a week straight once, just trying to get through it.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, just want to get up here.
That poor NES.
No! I just want to get up there. Yeah, that NES. Lucky that, and that was back when, you know, we had it on like the floor or something, and if you stomped around too hard, the game would glitch out or freeze.
You remember how like the rumor was that if you left your NES on for too long, it would blow up? I know I used to think that.
Well, blow up. I don't know. Come on, dude, get over here. There we are.
Like that was in my head as a kid, as a 5-year-old, that my NES would explode if I left it on too long.
That's like something your parents would tell you so that you, you know, you don't use so much electricity or something. All right,
yeah, I bet that was part of it.
Oh.
Oh, same
luck.
spot.
Yeah. That's kind of like why if I hadn't, I should have used it earlier. I didn't think about it, but the stopwatch is easy. You know, you have that from earlier on in the stage, and you get through that pretty easily with it.
Yeah, that would be a good sub weapon for this part.
Yeah. But yeah, catacombs that we were in before and this stage are really kind of the hardest ones for me. Oh no.
Jacobian says, come on, Manny, earn that crown.
Alright, we're good. Let's get up there. At least now if I die, we'll get the checkpoint up here.
He already earned that crown years ago, man. Oh, here it is.
No health.
Let's see. Let's
So
see how fast Manny can beat Dracula.
I don't know about that.
World record right here.
He's a bit random, so that's the unfortunate part. Yeah. Alright, get the timing down, get it down.
You don't even have full health. I wonder if you
Yeah.
can do it
Yeah, see that. Alright. So that's the hard part, is
without full health.
sometimes
Yeah.
he'll spawn on top of you as you're trying to run past. And you'll... I don't know, I've never been able to find a way to avoid that. And I don't think you could really stand still. I don't know if there's enough time to make your judgment. So either you get lucky and you're heading in the right direction and you miss him, or you get unlucky and he spawns on top of you.
Nostalgia gaming. I'll ask your question to Manny after he beats Castlevania. After he beats Dracula.
Oh.
Because he's got to focus. Jump, swing, swing, jump.
Yeah, those fireballs
What's
are...
up, Aaron Wilson? How you doing, man? We're about to witness Manny beating the game. A hush comes over the crowd. 16 people watching.
Alright,
No pressure.
Alright, we should be good.
Oh, you just you did it.
Alright.
Oh, not yet. I forgot about this form.
So the thing about this guy is that if you crouch in front of him, he'll always do a large jump over you, and you could just run under him.
Oh, that's a good trick.
If you're too close
Looks
to the
like
wall,
the
he'll
statue of
bounce off of
Pazuzu
it
from
too.
The Exorcist.
And if you're too far from him, he'll actually shoot fireballs at you. So if you do it like this, you should be safe.
These are some really good pro tips.
And a lot of people think this is like the hardest boss because he can't really figure out the pattern, but it's actually probably one of the easier ones. And there you go.
There you go. Yeah, once you know.
I stumbled on that one. I don't ever really see that
Manny
reference
beat the
anywhere.
game.
And there you have it. And the second
Way
quest
to
is even
go,
harder.
Manny. How fast was that?
I don't know. I'd say around 40 minutes, maybe. Half hour, 40 minutes. I recorded myself once,
I feel
and
like
I
it's
think I came in
like
at
a
30
half
minutes. James Banana. And
Yeah, you gotta love all the funny names and like callbacks to like Hammer horror movies and stuff. Yep. All right. Charlie Hustle says the game's master. May we have some claps in the chat, says Jacobians. Tips straight from the man himself, says Roof Out. And Aaron Wilson says he is a beast at Castlevania.
I played
Charlie
this a
Hustle,
lot.
the king of games, LOL. Hand claps.
So I'm gonna catch up here on the chat. Looking at it, I see. All right, how would you compare this nostalgic gamer how would you compare it to Ghouls and Ghosts?
Oh, yeah.
This is
Yeah, I
like
meant to
cake
go back to
compared
this
to Ghouls
question,
and
yeah.
Ghosts. Ghouls and Ghosts, I only legitimately ever won maybe one time on the 3DS Virtual Console of all things. So that one is really bad, and that one's a hard one. So you want to do number 4? See how far we can get?
Yeah, because that night that we played or it was at Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, you had a hard time with that one that night. It was all on tape.
do CV4.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
I'm
right.
down for it.
It's been a while since I played this one.
You guys want to see some Castlevania 4?
We may get tripped up here or there, but we'll see.
This opening, man, is just, it's so, I get so nostalgic on this opening crawl here.
Yeah, I like the whole grave stone thing that happens. It might take too long to run through all
I mean,
that.
this stuff literally blew our minds, and
It is.
it's the first impression of that opening is captured in the My Retro Life series, you know. Christmas '91. Did you guys get this that same Christmas? Oh no, you didn't get a Super Nintendo until maybe '92.
No, we I think we were like launch day Super Nintendo owners. Don't know how we pulled that off.
Oh,
We really
cool.
weren't
Okay.
into the into like pre-ordering or anything like that, but I know that we had the only game we had for a long time was just Mario World. So this, I remember seeing in Nintendo Power, preview of it coming out, and I guess maybe it was a Christmas game. I don't know. We really only got games on Christmas, so it would probably have to be a Christmas game.
Yeah. Yeah. Christmas and birthdays were like the big, our parents, of course, went all out with that stuff.
Yeah, later on, sometimes we'd get games mid-year because my mom was very much into RPGs, especially Super Nintendo RPGs. So those would come randomly,
Yeah.
as they were released.
So I do want to shout out John Ruff. Thank you so much for your $5 donation. The alerts are not currently set up, so it didn't pop up on the screen, but we really do appreciate that donation. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. We got to fix that for the next stream.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin. What's up? Kevin Radigan's in the house. Square asks, what's your guys' opinion on how Konami is handling Castlevania's anniversary with all this NFT stuff? Manny, you want to take that away?
Yeah, I know it's divided, the NFT stuff. I honestly don't care too much about it because I don't really know what the point is. People have been ripping off images and audio and games and stuff for years, so I don't know what putting like ownership behind it is really going to do. It's still going to get used everywhere. I don't know. I guess you can claim it now. I don't know. Anyway, it kind of sours everything, I think, but I wish they
Yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of polarizing. I just wish they would
I don't
have
really
avoided it.
understand NFTs.
It's basically saying you have ownership for digital assets, and it's tracked based on like the blockchain, so you know who owns what asset. So you can make a JPEG, or no, like let's say you made an emoji, for your channel, and you could technically sell licenses of that.
Yeah.
And you could track who owns those licenses. I think it's kind of like a
somebody
fad
actually
or
said
something.
to me, they said on the Xbox video that went viral for the channel, they were like, I got a comment that said, you should have made this an NFT or something like that. I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere, at least to the majority of people. It came out of nowhere, but I don't know. I feel like it's getting a lot of hype. It'll come and go, and people really won't think twice about it. And then you just have these companies trying to make money off of it. That's it. It's a bad look, I think, to be greedy about it, but at the same time, like I was saying, people rip off bitmap images of all sorts of games and they use them for their own purposes and in their own content. So I get why they did it. Maybe try to cash in on that, but overall, I think they'll upset people and it'll just fade away.
Yeah, seems kind of like a fad to me.
We'll keep the boomerang. I'm not going to trade that in.
Oh, Nostalgia Gamer, thank you, man. Or Nostalgia Gaming, he says, no prob, that was me. Excited to see Super Castlevania 4. Me too, I'm excited to see Castlevania 4. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I beat it when I was 5 years old. And Manny, I never have watched Manny beat this game.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So I'm really
this kind
curious
of
to see him play.
Came and went, between us seeing each other and all that. Even though we would send videos to each other, I don't think this one was ever done.
No, this one never got put on a video for whatever reason. Probably because I beat it, and we would ask you a lot to put games on tapes that we couldn't beat.
Yeah, it's funny. I think back to a lot of the videos that you guys sent, and they're games that I came across later and maybe played for the first time, but I'd seen them for the first time in the videos, like the Power Team videos that you'd send. Like Strider, perhaps, Genesis,
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
you guys got to understand who are watching, and maybe you're old enough to understand, but like we would send tapes back and forth to each other because that was the only way for us to see the gameplay footage of these games. It was before the internet, so we were our own like funnel for the latest gaming news and gaming ability to see video games without buying them.
Yeah, and I remember the tapes we'd record on, they were just so like worn out because we'd keep re-recording over them, and we would put them on 6-hour mode. You could do the different modes: 2-hour, 4-hour, 6-hour.
Yeah.
And the quality degrades significantly when you start going into 6-hour. But we'd have our gameplay footage on there. The sound was getting warped. The graphics were kind of muddy because of it.
Yeah, we wanted to cram as much gameplay as possible.
Yeah, it's like Let's Plays before there were
I remember watching you on one of those tapes play Sonic Spinball, and you beat Sonic Spinball from beginning to end, but it took like hours.
Yeah, that's... man, I wish I didn't pick that up. Alright, yeah, that's another one that I'd love to... I've tried to replay that many times, and I could get past the first stage, no problem, but sometimes just the trying and retrying, because you have to do certain things in certain waters, and you have to unlock certain areas of the pinball map, and then you go fight the boss, and you'll get kicked out of the boss area because something happens, and you got to go and basically start over again without... Even though you haven't died, you have to go ahead and start, like, setting it up again. So that's one that takes a lot of patience. I've tried that on the Genesis collection multiple times.
Yeah, that's a hard game. I can only ever get to the third stage.
Yeah, there's 4 stages. The 4th one, I think you go up to space, but yeah, in general, it's a hard game.
Yeah, and I used to love watching the tape that you sent us specifically for that 4th stage because I never could get to it.
Yeah, funny, kind of a related game because it's a ball type game where it's all like physics based, I guess. But you recently talked about Kirby's Block Ball being like your top, and I got so far in that I could never finish it. I don't know what it was. I just could not get past some of those later stages.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. It was one of my most played Game Boy games, but I don't think I ever beat it. I do think I got really far. I know I did, but I never beat it.
Yeah,
Let me
who'd have
catch up
thought?
on some of these comments. Nostalgia Gamer says, so far, NFTs just seem like a fad to fleece rubes out of their money. And when the House of Cards falls, lots of people will be left holding worthless garbage.
It's true.
Yeah, it could happen. Plus Ultra Adrian. Hey, welcome, man. Thanks for watching. He says, the legendary Manny. Kevin Radigan, I especially love the Dracula fight and ending in this game. Me too. I love the light that comes through the stained glass window and it cracks open and kills him.
Hey, spoilers, man. I didn't beat this yet.
Super cool. Oh yeah, sorry. No, actually, was that this game? Not sure.
So,
Oh
no, go
plus
ahead.
Ultra Adrian also says you guys were YouTube before YouTube. LOL.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's all thanks to Dad. My dad just always carried a camera with him and loved recording us and loved video games and was a filmmaker in his own right. He's an independent filmmaker, and so just recording all the time. And it's super awesome that he did.
Definitely. So I've gone through Castlevania 1, 2. Begrudgingly, I made it through 3, and this one, Game Boy games. I really stopped after that, right? I did that one, maybe it was DS game, Order of Ecclesia, and then Lords of Shadow, numbers
You
1.
did Symphony of the Night, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I did that. But I never really did the other 16-bit ones. Have you beaten? I did on PSP Rondo of Blood. That one was fun. But did you ever get through Dracula
No,
X?
I never
or,
beat Rondo of Blood.
Okay. There was another one. Oh, the Bloodlines. Did you ever do that one?
Neither Dracula X or Rondo of Blood. I have beaten Blood. Yeah, Bloodlines I have beaten.
Yeah, the game handles a lot differently from this one, and I think that kind of doesn't work well with me because I don't know, I'm used to the 8-directional whipping here, and they also feel like they move a little bit slower in those other games. Whoever you're playing as tends to move slower, feels more sluggish.
That
Almost
boss
like the
was
Game
always so
Boy
easy,
games.
especially if you have that cross.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had I just got it now. I wish I had the double shot. That would have been better.
Kevin says, I can still hear the relief in Manny's voice when he beat Castlevania 3.
I'm so glad you had that recorded because I had no recollection.
Yeah, that's what's funny, guys, that Manny actually, when I was putting that episode together, I was telling him about it, and he was like, I don't remember any of that, like, being recorded, or I don't think, you didn't even remember any of it happening, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, thinking back now, I do remember when I went over, there are a couple of games we played when I came out to you that time. Castlevania 3 and Spelunker, which we also figured out how to master that. You wouldn't think that was something I needed mastering, but it certainly does. There's like 6 loops, and each loop gets more difficult.
Unfortunately, Spelunker is not on tape. That would be cool if it was caught on tape.
Spelunker,
Plus,
yeah.
Ultra Adrian says, I'm sure your dad is proud of you, Tyler. You're letting his legacy live on. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I think it becomes it's become a part of his legacy, and that's been a huge, awesome thing for the whole family. So I think Manny would probably say it too. Thank you, all of you who watch, comment, who are watching right now, who care. It means a lot. that his memory live on and that his legacy live
Yeah,
on.
we, it's interesting because we knew him through a different lens, so to speak, and it's always fun when you put out a video because a lot of those videos I've seen already, but a lot I haven't. But the narrative that comes with it is really always fun for me, and I could always imagine your dad, like his emotion at the time of filming these certain things, knowing how much of a gamer he was as well. Um, as well as kind of like how he would interpret what what his videos have become nowadays, right? And like how there's this thing called the internet with YouTube, and you can share all this sort of stuff. Just the fact that we're
Yeah,
live
it
streaming.
would blow his mind. He Yeah. Sorry, I was going to let you talk. We have for anybody watching, we have a bit of a delay here. We don't want to talk over each other. But yeah, he would definitely embrace YouTube, and I don't know that he ever would have thought of using the old home movies in a YouTube way. But it's funny because, yeah, I don't know if this show would never, if he were still with us, I don't think the show would exist the way it is. We'd probably be doing some sort of gaming review show or something, but I don't know if we would have thought about using the home video.
Yeah, it's interesting because your choice to use the home video, I think, really only works because he's no longer here, right? And it the whole meaning of it is
Yeah.
different because of that. You could show it, and if he were alive and well, it's to me it would be just another video. But when you realize that this was captured footage and that this is like a retelling of someone who really can't even see it now and really understand what it means and how all right, so like to come back to what you were saying earlier about people watching and having like emotional reactions to it, and I find that really cool because to me it's just like a home video, but it's cool to see that other people can get behind it emotionally and kind of understand what it was from our perspective at the time, and kind of come on that journey.
Yeah, yeah, it always blows my mind actually when you guys comment, and I read comments that are similar to, of like, man, somehow I'm connecting with this even though it's not my family's videos. It's reminding me of the past. It's reminding me of a aunt or a grandmother or a mom. Uh, Somehow people are able to relate to it, and that's what's, I think, the coolest thing about it, really, when you're able to connect with everybody uh, on such a cool level and have it be really meaningful, not just for us but for other people. Yeah. I love how in this game, this particular stage. So I actually remember calling Dad when I got to this level. When I first got to this level as a kid, I called him at work to tell him I got into this level,
Oh man, that sucked. Shouldn't have
and I
done
was
that.
so blown away by like the music and the way it changed. You start in the cave and the music is one way, and then you get to this part and the music changes, but it keeps the same theme, and it's just such a genius game. Let's see. Jacobians. No. Oh, yeah. Jacobians. Yes, you are a great mod. I'm glad that you're the mod, man. Thank you so much for your help. It's been a while now since you've been modding on the live stream, so thanks, man. Appreciate it. Um, way off topic says Minor Kazoo. What's up, Minor Kazoo? He says way off topic, but did you ever play Pokemon Gen 2, Tyler? Yes, I played Pokemon Gen 2. That was Silver and Gold, right? And Crystal. I rented. It's weird. I hardly ever rented Game Boy games. I think it might have been the only time I ever did rent a Game Boy game. But I rented Silver back when it came out, and I beat it like over a weekend. And I never actually owned it, but I did play and beat it. Julian says, I feel I can't relate because gaming was somewhat a medium that me and my dad connected on. He was he was an electrician while I was a gaming, and we would get work in progress arcade cabinet. Oh, Julian meant I can relate. He would fix them up, and that's how we bonded. Wow, that's super cool. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing that, man.
Which
Got 25 people watching right now. Thank you guys so much for joining us so late this evening.
Which I don't know if you have any, but which, if you could, arcade 1-up cabinet would you get?
I would get the Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder one.
Okay.
Because that game actually only came out in arcades. It never got a home port. And it was like an official sequel to the first Golden Axe.
I think I would go just based on... Alright, so there's a couple, but I don't know if they have a Gauntlet one. Especially some of the later Gauntlets with the...
I don't think they
3D.
do yet.
But I would probably say like the Turtles, original arcade Turtles game.
That was my second pick. Definitely the Turtles one.
I put a lot of quarters into that.
Also.
Yeah, I never played the arcade version of Turtles in Time, but I put, because we would go to the movie theater as a kid, and this one theater we went to always had the Turtles arcade game. And so I put a lot of quarters into that before movies. I wonder sometimes how much money I did spend on it, only to then get the NES game, which, you know, was inferior just based on
was it the same
graphics.
Was it the same movie theater that we saw together when we were little kids? Ernest Goes to Jail.
I think so. Yeah, I think there was only one theater we went to at that time.
Show of hands, who else saw Ernest Goes to Jail in the movie theater?
So you got to be careful on these
platforms.
platforms.
Go back to the comments here. Plus Ultra Adrian says, I wish I got into Castlevania back in the 90s. I was too busy playing Sonic, Mario, Donkey Kong Country, and other platformers. Hey, those are all good games. Kevin Radigan says, I think your videos resonate with so many people because they perfectly capture the nostalgia of that era and speak to the things that are most important in life, like family, relationships, etc. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that.
I like how these skulls, they kind of turn and watch you as you go by them. It's so creepy. This whole game has a lot of creep factor to it.
Julian says that he lost his dad in 2020. He mentioned last time he watched the stream. Yeah, that's right. I'm so sorry for your loss, man. It's not easy. But I probably told you before. I probably told you last time, you know. it gets better, over time. The pain kind of becomes just dull, it never truly goes away, but it just becomes kind of like more of a dull ache instead of a stabbing pain. So I'm really sorry for your loss, man. Minor Kazoo says, man, there's this gaming store by my house and it sells used video games from retro to modern. It's really cool. Yeah, retro shops popping up all the time. You gotta love them. They are making the hobby what it is.
I was lucky enough to
Plus,
start.
Ultra Adrian says, I want the Turtles one too. The Final Fight and Mortal Kombat one. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, I was lucky enough to, well, I guess that sucked. I was, back, I guess, when eBay first really started hitting mainstream, I bought a couple of NES games. So, I don't even remember which ones I got, but they were like a couple of bucks each. And, nowadays, who knows how much it would be. I'm glad, like, I got in and out of retro collecting at that time. But yeah, in general, I don't collect any of it.
It's such a hard thing to start doing now, especially with just the way the market is. This part always was difficult for me as a kid. This level confused me for a long time. I used to think you had to drop down this part, like down that hole, and you just have to keep hanging on.
Well, yeah, it looks like it, right? It looks like it's inviting, and you're not anticipating that you're
It's
going
like
to
almost like a
rotate the
Mega
screen
Man
again.
game. Yeah, you feel like you can jump down there.
I like
This
that.
part, man, it just looks awesome even to this day.
It does. I like that the game still has the slowdown. You know. In fact, Gradius 3, the only way I could get through that is with the authentic slowdown.
Yeah.
Even then, it's still a challenge. I think we use the 30 life code.
Yeah, this game was part of that early Super Nintendo rush of just like awesome titles. I have so much more fondness and nostalgia for the first 2 years of Super Nintendo games than I do maybe the later years. And I don't know what it is about it. I think it was the newness of Super Nintendo, Gradius 3, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Castlevania, Super Mario World, of course. All these games just like they keep coming out and they kept like just blowing us away with each new title.
Yeah, for me, what it was, definitely the graphics. When I saw all these huge sprites, this game, Final Fight, is just like, it is, I don't know, it felt different, right? So you play a PS4 versus a PS5, and does it really feel that different? It's kind of right in line, right? But going from NES to SNES was completely different. There's so much improvement.
Oh yeah, I mean it was huge. Yeah, I think that was part of what made it such a lasting effect. Probably our age too, the age we were, but also just that jump in technology. Mark Staten. Yes, I agree. This is such an awesome game, and it holds up today. It really does hold up today. Nostalgia gaming. I am glad that emulation exists so that older games don't get lost to ridiculous prices or never get ported or released again. Everyone deserves to play them. I agree. It's about video game preservation.
And that's just it. Like a lot of people maybe would rip off the games and they would download them and never, play them that way, right? And plenty of people do that, and I get it. I've always never really been shy about repurchasing them like I did with this collection. I mean, this might be. Let's take Castlevania 1 for example. I might have purchased it outside the original cart 3 more times since then in various digital forms. So I never mind supporting it because these are the ones I like. But that side of it, a lot of people don't do it, and it's worth doing.
There's something special about emulation, and there's so many games like arcade games and various games that I never would have discovered without emulation. Like literally the retro gaming scene would not be nearly what it is without emulation even existing. So to villainize emulation, to hate on it, it's kind of like biting the mouth that feeds in a way when gamers do that. I understand certain companies that would be upset over maybe their loss of certain money. I don't know, honestly. There's certain games that nobody's selling them. So,
well, yeah.
I don't know. It's such a gray area.
I'm going to pause you there, and I'm going to bring something up. Nintendo hates emulation, right? But without emulation, you wouldn't have had people making custom Mario levels, which would have led them to Mario Maker. You wouldn't have had before they put out that 30th anniversary Mario, like 35th anniversary game where everyone could play together. You run through the levels together and you can interfere with each other's playthrough as it's happening. That was also a fan emulation project that they shut down, and then they used the idea. So if you ask me, it's like a cycle, and you get these enthusiasts who build on top of older games and make them better, and then you have these companies saying, hey, there's interest here, why don't we do that? So don't, as far as I'm concerned, it helps. It definitely helps, and it's not just because of preservation.
There wouldn't be interest the way it is in retro games without emulation. I mean, that's just a fact if you ask me. Now we're entering the latter part of the game. I remember when I finally got to this part when I was a kid, I thought, oh my gosh, there's like a whole nother giant section to this game. Like, it's such a big game. It felt big.
This is what you miss out on with the Metroidvania games that they put out, is you really just get the castle, you don't get the surrounding area, which is unfortunate. Because there's a lot of cool stuff that goes into that, too.
You should try Order of Ecclesia.
Oh, shoot.
Order of Ecclesia on the DS.
Well, that one I think I did do. So yeah, I did like the one I played. That was one of them. I should have it on. I downloaded the collection.
Yeah, that one's
Maybe
cool.
We'll do that one day.
Oh, well, that one's not on a collection yet, the DS game.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. You need 2 screens.
Yeah, it's a really good one. I love the DS Castlevania games. They're some of my favorite ones. Oh, this part's so cool. This was like mind-blowing stuff, guys, when we first would find this. This you would never seen anything like this in a video game. Not just the music and the visuals, but also the sound effects, like that sound effect of the chandelier being stretched and creaking and cracking.
I think this is the boss. The boss of this stage is the one I always liked, which is it's the ghost ballroom dancers, and it's such a cool
Oh yeah,
concept. And they have they're doing their dance moves, and one of them has a sword. It's part of the dance, but they have this really cool. The boss music goes really well with
yeah.
it. I think there's actually a secret around here where you can go down below. I don't remember how to do it though. I think maybe you can break one of these
Oh,
floors.
okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll try it.
It's kind of like hint that when the chandeliers fall, it's like giving you a hint.
Yeah, right? It's the chipped wall from a Zelda game. There it is.
Kevin says it's pretty crazy that this game showed off so much of the console's potential in the first year of the console's existence. I agree.
Look at that. Some old guy with a lantern and his dog. It's kind of sad because I'm going to have to kill them. Oh, they're going to kill me at this rate. Oh, maybe I can't kill them. Look at this.
They're going to kill you, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Alright, well, I learned
Oh,
my
dang.
lesson.
I never knew about this hidden room here.
Yeah, and I think there's another hidden room in the treasury level with all the gold. And I think when you go down there, there's just a ton of money. You can get a ton of points. Alright,
Oh,
should
yeah.
focus here. There we go.
Yeah, Kevin's saying it too. I never had seen that hidden room. That's pretty cool.
I only came across that when I played this a couple years ago. I never knew about it, and I accidentally started chipping it away. I'm like, what is this? So I looked it up, and yeah, I never knew about it. Looks like there was a ton of, you could get pretty much any item you needed down there, which seems like overkill at this point, because most of this game don't have to have any special cache of inventory.
Yeah, well, the ghost dog and man, they seem really hard to evade too, so it's really a gamble.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I thought I would be able to shut them down, but they made short work of me, I guess.
Tech viewer says, "Why are you guys so wholesome?"
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man.
I might be. You may be seeing a good side of me right now. Who knows? Oh no.
We're both family men, so there's that. But also, the gaming, the channel, is always meant to be a family show and a family channel. So, I don't, I never really thought about, making it PG-13 or R. I'm a filmmaker myself, and I always treated the show like it was a TV show, and I wanted to create a family show like The Wonder Years or A Christmas Story, and but for gaming. So that's why.
No. Well, that sucks. I hesitated too long. Now we're back here.
He who hesitates is lost. That's what Dad would always say.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where he heard that. It sounds like a fortune cookie.
It does.
You also remember how he used to say? He used to say when watching us play games, he would go, "Neil Sedaka."
No, I don't know that one.
Okay, so that
Uh,
was one I used to always hear. He'd go, "Neil Sedaka."
is that
I guess
reference?
Neil Sedaka was a guy. I don't know what he did. Some like a celebrity of some sorts. If anybody watching knows who Neil Sedaka was, then let us know.
Hey Neil, if you're watching, let us know.
Yeah. Destructo Disc. Hey, what's up, man? He says, well, the channel is kind of like a cross between uh, Bob Saget's America's Funniest Home Videos and the Wonder Years. Huh. Speaking of Bob Saget, rest in peace. Wow, what a tragedy. Sad news that was.
Yeah, it's the last thing you expected to hear that day. Again, this happened. Jeez.
No, yeah. Julian says, I imagine you guys could have been on those hotlines to help gamers beat levels back in the day.
I think I called that hotline like twice. Yeah, that was a thing. Oh, man, come on.
You know, that was a thing, and I've always wanted to make a TV show around that occupation. I always thought it would be one of those great office kind of like office style TV shows, but based it around a video game hotline from the 90s.
There we go.
Charlie Hustle with the Neil Sedaka trivia here. He says Neil Sedaka is an American pop singer, pianist, composer, and record producer. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, learned something new tonight. Get out of here, skeleton.
Yeah, so Dad, with his sense of humor, would always say to me, he'd always, when I'm playing a video game, he would always go, Neil Sedaka, like if I needed to duck or something in a video game. Oh, he wrote The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Okay. That makes sense. Destructo Disc says, I lost my Star Tropics letter and called them for like 20 seconds, and my mom flipped when she got the bill.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's a hard game. Well, it's not a hard game till you get to the end, when you're in the spaceship. And then it's ridiculous, trying to fight all those enemies.
Julian says, oh, that's a cool idea for a show, dude. And sets it up like a Superstore type of TV show. Yeah. He goes, I would watch it if you made that show. Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll make it. Maybe one day it won't just be up here, but it'll be out there.
I'm still waiting on that Roger
Yeah, I know
Rabbit
so many
episode.
like icons from our youth were have passed away as plus ultra Adrian was saying. Yeah, John Madden, Sidney Poitier, Betty White. You know, so many people. It's really sad, crazy. Manny, you said you're still waiting for the Roger Rabbit episode. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, there is a My Retro Life Roger Rabbit episode that's all about the Roger Rabbit NES game, and it's probably Manny's greatest feud, greatest like battle that was caught on video, and really excited to do that one this year.
It's a man, that's a tale that like lasted decades. And it has a happy ending. I don't know if you're gonna cover the whole timeline.
It does have a happy ending. Yeah. Jacobian. Oh, he goes, oh, geez, that sounds like torture.
Oh no, too many ghosts.
This part, I feel like, was directly inspired by the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World.
I remember this. These tables with the cloths remind me of like Ghostbusters on Sega Genesis, or even the movie.
Oh yeah, on Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
All right, boss time. Hopefully, I can get through this.
Plus, Ultra Adrian never played Roger Rabbit. That's probably a good thing too. It's actually not a bad game, if you ask me.
Oh man, that was not good.
Oh.
I tried to jump up to the left and I missed it. My I think I hit the ceiling of
PR
something.
says, awesome to see you and Manny 100%. Yep. We are rocking and rolling here with Super Castlevania IV. Is Manny using another mic besides the one on his gamer headset?
It's not picking it up. Is it? Are you hearing an echo?
I don't know. It sounds... No. I think you're using... Are you guys hearing an echo of any kind? No echo. It just sounds too good to be a gamer headset.
Oh, it's Steel Series headset.
Yeah.
Arctis, I think it's called.
Hey, that's good. It does sound really good.
I don't know. I'm glad you think so, because when I kept doing sound tests, I kept getting like a little bit of white noise from the background. There we go.
No, it sounds good. It's got good mid-range. My shotgun mic I'm using here, it's got too much low end, if you ask me.
You see what a difference that jump I didn't make made in the end? I got destroyed before, in that one jump I was able to. I think I didn't get hit that time.
It's all about patterns and memorization.
Yep. I have some trouble sometimes playing with these controls. I'm using Joy-Cons right now because if I use the Pro controller, that's even worse. But the Joy-Cons, I kind of like the button nature.
Oh, it's like input lag?
No, it's not lag. It's just well, all right. Sometimes I've noticed it, but I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it doesn't register a button press, especially on Pro controller, which is why I don't use it. I do a lot better with the Joy-Cons in general.
The 8-Bit Do Pro 2 is a great controller for the Switch. Really good D-pad, says Nostalgia Gaming.
Do Pro 2. I think I know what it is by... If I saw it, I probably have seen it before, definitely. I have a couple of them. I have a lot of the retro ones. Like I had the, I think it's the M30. It's the one for the Genesis, the 6-button. And I have the SNES one and the NES one. But I never bought like a modern one with dual analogs. I should, now that you mention it. Give it a shot.
Yeah, I need to get one of those too. 25 people watching. Hope you guys are doing well. Another reminder just to hit that like button. It will help other people see the live stream. At least I think it does.
You see I'm like crawling as I go to the edge of the steps because sometimes I feel like it doesn't catch when I'm pushing down to go down the step, and I'll just walk off the off the edge. So I have to try to be very deliberate about it, like creep up on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I feel like I never had that problem with the old Super Nintendo controllers.
No, I mean those were perfection, man. I think my favorite controller was the Sega Saturn controller, especially for fighting games.
When I play fighting games, I almost have to use a D-pad. I can't do the moves properly with an analog stick, which I think is a weird thing.
Yeah, a lot of people love like arcade sticks. It's funny because I actually got good at fighting games on home consoles. I never was good in the arcade.
What's your favorite fighting game or series?
Probably Street Fighter.
Okay.
Like
I used to
Street Fighter 2, that whole era.
I used to prefer Street Fighter, but as I guess got older, I really like Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat's great as well. Of course, the originals were groundbreaking.
And those are the ones I don't like.
I haven't
found
played
them,
the latest one.
Those are too difficult to control, I think. I'm not good at those.
So the way this lady would grab you if you walk by, oh man, that used to scare me.
Really hoping for some meat. There it is.
When I was a kid, how that painting can grab you. Very freaky.
That's just it. There's so many creepy things in this game. It's really well done, right? And this is supposed to be a remake of
all the little
first
details. That rug coming up.
Oh, look at all those bats. Holy cow.
Julio Guadalupe, what's up, man? He says, did you have a Neo Geo? We had a Neo Geo CD. That was one of the things we collected, but did not have a Neo Geo, like the AES. We didn't have that.
Oh, I got killed. Yeah, we never had one. I mean, that was expensive. You could buy a whole new console.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Like, for the price of a game, you can get a whole new console.
Plus Ultra Adrian says, what was the scariest game you guys played? Manny, I'll let you field that one first.
All right, well, okay. Without a doubt, there's a game on the Commodore 64 called Beyond the Forbidden Forest, which it's kind of like a 2.5D game, I guess. Like it had some. It wasn't 3D by nature of like polygon 3D, but you could go into the background. Anyway, if you look up the death scenes of that game, the way you die based on the enemy that kills you, and then imagine being like a little kid, you know, perhaps like 8 or 9, and stumbling upon those death scenes and playing it in the dark in your basement with no sound. You know, it really That game really
Yeah.
did a number on me.
I still need to look that one up. I don't think James Rolfe, he didn't cover that in his Commodore episode, did he?
No, and that's a shame because, come on, this thing has to go away. That game is so creepy. Yeah, I was hoping he would, and he didn't.
For me, the scariest game I ever played was probably Silent Hill, the original. Like somebody else said it here, yeah, plus Ultra Adrian. Silent Hill, man, I remember playing that with Dad. We played together. And just the creep factor of that game, when you go into that abandoned school for the first time and you're exploring it, and everything turns to hell at one point. You know, that whole process of, just that game definitely was the creepiest, scariest game based on atmosphere alone.
Yeah, I never played those. Always wanted to, but I never.
Oh yeah,
never went back to.
You should try. You should try to do like the first game with all the lights out, and you should just experience that. You know, I'd be curious to know what you thought.
I would have thought that you would have suggested what was it? It was I think it was a GameCube game where it would do creepy things to your it would like pretend to change the input on your TV or something, or it would cut the signal. So
yeah, that one's up there. That's Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. I remember you telling me about that when you first played it.
Oh yeah, that one has a lot of good memories attached to it of freaking out, and I think I was older though, so it wasn't as big a deal.
I think Resident Evil used to, well, not that it would be scary, but we would definitely have jump scare moments, and being that you had the tank controls and really, you couldn't move around that easily, especially lining up shots, that made that game very high tension. I remember that one being kind of anxious. I'd be anxious playing that.
Destructo Disc asks, Manny, have you played the Pixel Bloodstained games?
Yep. In fact, that was one of the candidates for tonight. It was the first Bloodstained game. Sorry, Curse of the Moon.
That would have been fun to watch you play that, actually.
Yeah. I don't like the
Curse
second
of the
one
Moon.
as much.
I've beaten Curse of the Moon. I have not. Yeah, I haven't played through the second one yet.
I went about halfway through the second one, maybe not even, and I have to finish it, but I didn't like it as much. The first one is really so well done.
Yeah, it is really well done.
But I don't know who's here who might have seen this, but I did actually stream Ritual of the Night, if you remember, Tyler. That was on my personal channel, which I don't really do much of anything.
Yeah, you
anyway.
did stream that on your Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Was that like a year ago now? Or
Yeah,
was that
something
earlier
like
last
that.
year?
No, I'd say it was about a year.
Has a year already passed since that? Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Well, the Switch, I've had the Switch for 5 years.
What's
right?
up, Green Devil? How you doing, man? Yeah. Kevin says the first Silent Hill game he played was Silent Hill 3. Had to stop playing because he got so scared. Plus, Ultra Adrian says, what really scared me about Silent Hill was the feeling of hopelessness. You don't know exactly what's going on, and you just feel trapped. Bingo.
So some modern games I thought are pretty good horror type games. I liked Outlast. I don't know if you ever played that. It's not really appropriate to stream, I don't think,
I never played that, no.
because I think there's some nudity in it. But that one, you don't have an attack.
Yeah.
It's just you basically have a camera that you use for night vision, like the night vision mode on it, so you can see in the dark. And you're you're in an asylum, and you're uncovering some bad stuff that happened there. And basically, the inmates break out and they're chasing you.
That sounds freaky.
Yeah, that's a good game. I enjoyed it. No. Oh, do I get it? Nah.
Destructo Disc says another great Castlevania-like NES-style game is Odalis.
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
Or Odalus. Yeah, I haven't played it. I've heard of it. Jacobian says Outlast is fantastic. The first one anyway. Didn't like the second one as much, but I'm looking forward to the third.
I did not even know there was a third in the works. But yeah, it's a good game. Good suspense.
Yeah. I remember when I beat this game. I remember the feeling. The feeling was so great. Like, it was a great accomplishment. One of my favorite accomplishments from playing games when I was a kid that I can remember.
What do you think is the hardest game that you did beat as a kid?
Oh, by far, Mega Man X.
X? Oh wow.
Yeah, that one felt like I felt like I beat that game by the skin of my teeth. Like it felt like a miracle.
Maybe one day we'll have to do that one. I think I managed.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think I've managed to find some sweet spots on the last encounter. I had a hard time with Mega Man X3, and I cannot. I'm currently at the end of 5, and I can't X5, and I just cannot, for the life of me, beat Sigma.
Yeah, I never beat X5. I never beat X3. So I beat X1, 2, 4, 7, and 8.
Yeah, that's strange.
But I never beat
It's a strange distribution.
3, 5, and 6. Yeah, it is weird.
I beat all of the main series Mega Mans. 8, was it 7 or 8? Either one of those gave me a really hard time.
Destructo Disc says there's no option to send money here in the chat. There actually is, man. I know it's not very in your face, but if you look at the top of the chat, it says there's a link there you can click for donations. It says donations appreciated. It's a Streamlabs link. So yeah, any donations would obviously be super appreciated. He wants to buy Odalis for Manny. That's what he says. Or Odalus.
Odalus. There was someone referenced Infernax last time, and I didn't.
Yes, I would forward the money to Manny for sure.
I didn't pick that one up. Well, rather, I don't even think it's.
Sorry,
out yet.
Manny. Go ahead.
Yeah, Infernax. I don't think it's out yet. But it looked interesting, but I held off on it. So I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be a good one too.
Huh. Yeah, there's a lot. There's so many games now. It's like I don't have time in my life to play all the games I see and want to play.
Have you done Shovel Knight? I'd like to. I only did the first game. I think there are a couple of expansions I never did.
Only the first game, and I beat the first game. Yeah.
That would be a fun one to do. To stream maybe.
That would be. That
one
would be
day.
a fun one.
I have a soft spot for those pixel art old style games.
All right. Thank you, Timothy. I saw the PayPal thing come in through Streamlabs. Thank you for your $3 donation. It's not appearing as an alert during the stream because we didn't set it up correctly. I forgot to even mention. Manny's actually streaming through the channel on his end. So there's certain things we got to iron out the kinks and set up for a future stream. But normally you'd see an alert pop up with like an animation from the show for something like that. But thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate it. I will forward that to Manny so he can get Odalus.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the boomerang. Not that it's gonna help where I keep dying, but this time I'm not going to pick up the knife, which I keep doing by mistake. Except I don't remember where the knife was. Maybe it was right up above me here.
Yeah, it's not randomized, is it?
Yeah, that was it.
This is a hard stage.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I'm getting tripped up on little things here, but I don't really remember this ever being a problem. Again. All right. I want to make sure I at least get through the stage before I have to continue, because I don't know if you could start midway or if you have to start at the beginning of the stage.
Another donation came through from Tim. Thanks for that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry that you can't leave like a super chat or it's not popping up on the screen. I know that's fun, when that happens. We'll get that fixed next time. Jacobian says my strategy is to play any games not so long games now, and save the long form RPG type games for when I retire.
Yeah, that's kind of my plan. I'm hoping I could do it. What is this? Look at this pattern.
That's some Mega Man stuff right there.
But the pattern was different from when I did it earlier, so it depends on when you get it when you get the platform on the screen. So that was tough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was hard. I'll have to keep that in mind. And then look at this guy. He's a joke. Frankenstein's monster.
Wow. Yeah, he's really easy.
Yeah, I've had a harder time with the stage hazards than I have the bosses here.
Yeah, that's it's funny. I remember going through this, and it blows my mind that I beat this when I was 5 years old, because it is difficult. It's still a difficult game. Like, it's crazy that, we had the ability and the reflexes and the hand-eye coordination to beat games like this when we were that age.
Yeah. And that's, a lot of people will say, like, I was better gaming as a kid. I think I've only gotten better as I got older. I would think that I would slow down because, my reflexes aren't as good, but I feel like I've actually...
Well, it's like a muscle. It's like a muscle, and you have continued playing games and playing the old school games throughout the years, really without delay.
That's true. I mean, I stopped for a bit, and when I was... like in college, I didn't play too much, and when I did, it was like World of Warcraft and all that. That was after college, but thankfully that was after college, or I probably would have failed out. Man, I was hooked on that for so many years.
Good point, Destructo Disc. I won't Yeah, I won't say the real names of people if they don't want to. Yeah, again, in the future, we'll just get the chat name appearing instead of the real name. I think I get a notification saying your real name to my PayPal account when it comes through. So yeah, if there's some people that don't want me saying their name, I understand that. Um, yeah, we'll figure that out next time for sure. And I apologize if I've said your name and you didn't want me to.
Hey, you want to know a trick? You see these chests? There's a trick I read in Nintendo Power a long time ago. If you jump on one chest 256 times, it pops out some meat to heal you. But it takes so long, you're probably better off.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you're probably better off dying than just.
Read it in Nintendo Power.
Yeah. I want to kill him because I want to go across the top and he's going to knock me down.
What's up, Entertainment Joe? Entertainment Joe says, or he asks, what are your earliest memories of Castlevania?
Yeah, so getting that NES game was the earliest, but I probably have the most early memories with Castlevania 2. I never had Castlevania 2 until later in life, and my friend had it, and we were big into adventure type games and RPGs. Start at the top. Yeah, so we were big into RPGs and adventure type games, so that one really was like, for all its faults, we really enjoyed it. And that was probably have the most memories with that.
I think my earliest memory is of playing maybe the first or second game at friend's house. And then I didn't own a Castlevania game until 3. And 3 was amazing. Totally sold me on the whole series. I don't know why we never owned 1 and 2. But back in the day, but yeah, 3 was the first one that we bought.
What's funny is when I think back, I know that I would call you and your dad a lot growing up, and one game I was always on the lookout for was Back to the Future, the first one. And I remember your dad, because I would ask if you guys could keep an eye out for certain games, because we didn't have them all up here. Once they were out of print or whatever, that was it. But I remember that one. He's like, I don't think you want that one, or something like that. Like, he basically was warning me against it. I guess he knew better. I would go on to play it.
Yeah,
later,
he did. Oh man, that so many nightmare sessions watching him and my mom even try to play that game together and take turns between. Oh, it was just awful. The farthest they could get was the malt stand. The shake where you're making the shakes.
Yeah, Lou's Cafe or what?
Yeah, and that was just so hard. Yeah.
Yeah, not Lou's Cafe. No, yeah, I think it was. And then what was it, the Cafe 80s or something later?
Oh, yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah.
So I keep failing chaining these hooks, right? Because you can't be fully extended to reach the second one, because, I don't know, there's like a glitch. So I'm going to go half extension, and then I missed it. Yeah, earlier I tried to get it, and I missed it, even though I whipped it. But if I'd gone up there, there's something good.
This stage, this was always my favorite stage to get to, because I just loved the ghost effects and just all the gold and all the shining jewels and gold. It just looks so cool.
Even the boss is really cool. Very unique.
Yeah. It's like the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin.
Yeah, that'd be cool if there's a magic lamp at some point in this.
Yeah. Little Easter egg. Of course, this game came out before Aladdin.
Oh, this.
And that
Yep.
would be an entirely different Disney movie or take on Aladdin if the Aladdin lamp with the genie in it was found in Dracula's castle.
I'm gonna get the meat and jump on this a bunch. Let's see what happens.
It totally looks like it's glitching out.
Yeah. I'm trying to turbo finger this. Gotta be getting close, right?
Gotta be, you'd think, right?
Let's stop it a couple of seconds here if it doesn't pop up. Well, maybe I was mistaken. Or maybe I'm back
Jacobians
close.
asks, "Hey Tyler, I just got the Famicom Disk System for Christmas. Did you know of its existence back in the day, or not until later?" Yeah, I didn't know about it until the internet. Really. Yeah, didn't find out about it until years later. Even though we imported stuff, that always flew under our radar.
The Famicom disc.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What was probably the game you were missing out there on was probably Goonies 1.
Well, actually, Goonies 1 came out on a cartridge. Famicom cartridge.
So what kind of exclusives were there on the disc?
I don't think there were many exclusives. There was some like added music, maybe some animations that were different in like Zelda and Castlevania. Little minor differences. Excite Bike Versus. Oh yeah, that was a. I forgot about that. That was a game only on Famicom Disk System.
Oh yeah, you can make tracks and save them on there too. You can only make them and play
Yeah.
them on the. Yeah, you can actually save them. And that was something also like Nintendo 64 had their disc system, and yeah, there was like an F-Zero course maker, F-Zero X it was. That was a great
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. So they say Jacobian says, yeah, that the microphone. There was a microphone on the Famicom controller, and it could be used to kill enemies by speaking into it in Zelda.
Yeah, Pole's voice, I think. Those rabbit-looking things. Oh no, was that it? I think later in the US one you can use your arrows, maybe.
Yeah. And you're right too. This is such a cool boss.
They're pooping on me. Yeah, but look at this. You hit them and you get hit by the gold that shoots out of them. Some of the patterns are pretty tough.
Fighting gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I always liked this boss. I said the other one, the dancing couple, the ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're at the final
I'm trying
stretch,
to think, how
stage
many
A.
more stages are there?
2 more plus the boss. I think it's just Dracula after that. So stage A, B, and then Dracula.
Cool. Oh, there's a classic music.
Be careful here, because you can die. Yeah, something I didn't realize. So yeah, each of the stages coming up here, I think they play all the different songs from the games.
Yeah, they do. That started to become a trend with this game. They did that on Bloodlines.
Yeah, what's funny is
Trying to remember what other games
I
they
played
did that on.
Bloodlines on the collection, and the other one, Dracula X. And first thing I noticed was some of the songs. I guess they use those same songs in Symphony of the Night because they were familiar and sound. You know, they're the originals, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, the original was on Bloodlines. Yeah, they got reused. I know which one you're talking about. Like Iron. I actually remember the name of the song. It was like, forget.
I think I need to finish the series from Netflix. I think. Did they do a season 3? I don't think I saw season 3.
Excellent. They did a season 4.
Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty far behind.
Yeah, it's excellent. I really recommend it.
Alright, all over the map here. But did you play Lords of Shadow? It's the 3D one that came out on the Xbox 360.
No, I never got into those. I actually own both of the games, but I haven't played them really. I played a little bit of Lords of the first one.
Yeah, that's that one was good.
And not it's not bad. It's really not bad, but it's not Castlevania per se. Like,
yeah. Make sure I didn't get knocked back. So that one is actually kind of like an origin story for everything. You know, the antagonist.
Yeah, they were trying to reboot the whole thing.
But it's like even before the first Castlevania game. It's oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Dracula's origin story pretty much. At least that's how I interpret it. I never finished the second game, but it was and based on I did. All right, so I did Lords of Shadow and Mirror of Fate, which was the one that came out on 3DS, and that one I really liked a lot. That was the Metroidvania one, and I think it had Simon Belmont in it. Actually, it might have had a couple of Belmonts in it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a good game. I really enjoyed that one.
Destructo Disc says, "Did you guys see someone is porting Symphony of the Night to Genesis?" No, I did not realize that. That's pretty cool.
Look at this. Just looking
this part
for
is difficult.
health.
You can tell. I mean,
I know I'm trying
Manny
not
makes
to.
it look easy, but it's really difficult.
I don't want to hit the wrong hook there and get taken the wrong direction. Okay, there's some meat. Okay.
Someone's making a Wily Wars compilation for Mega Man 4 through 6. That's awesome.
Gotta be careful here.
Yeah, Castlevania 64 and its sequel, I agree that they're underrated. I think you played those games, didn't you, Manny?
I played one of them, and I really didn't get into it. I played the one where Frankenstein is chasing you with Frankenstein's monster chases you with the chainsaw in the hedge maze. That's the one I played.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. I remember we had a conversation years ago about you playing and beating that or playing that game. That particular scene, too. Yes, Kevin, Manny still has the skills that kills.
Try. Oh, I fell prey to that again.
I don't know how much longer I can last, to be honest. I'm starting to fade.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we can get to the end in time before you fade.
Before I'm fading, literally like Marty McFly from Back to the Future, fading away.
Yeah, like I'm starting to slip too. It's kind of late here. For me,
That
it's
shot
almost...
in Back to the Future where his hand comes up into the frame and he's looking at his hand.
I just thought that was pretty cool how they did that.
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta get rid of this guy.
Time check in the chat for Jacobians. It's 11:53. It's 12:53 for me. That means it's 1:53 for Manny.
Yes. Okay, that guy's gone.
EOR to be forgot 10. 7:50 in the morning. Right, you're from the UK, right? I'm so sorry if I don't remember where that was that you were from. Yes, Germany, that's right. That's so cool. The Mummy.
Yeah, I think there's a...
That's a cool trick you got going there.
I guess it's kind of like the long drawn out way. Ah, oh, dude, come on.
But it's actually like fun the way you're doing it. Livra the Conquer. 3:54 in the morning. Okay, where are you from, Livra? Or Livra?
There we go.
Kevin says it's game o'clock for me. Love that.
Fingers.
Love how Manny cracks his knuckles after he beats a boss.
Yeah, all stiff.
Brazil. Okay, that's right.
I think we get a 3 boss encounter here, and then we get to Dracula. So it's death and the
Oh yes, the 3
gargoyle.
boss encounter.
Yeah.
Death.
Death is probably the harder one out of all of them there. The other two I think I could handle pretty much okay. And then Dracula, if I remember correctly, he was pretty easy.
I don't know, John. John Byron says, why did they never bring back the full whip control in any other Castlevania game? Sure, it looks goofy, but it was super useful. I completely agree. I love it. I wish they never really brought it back, did they?
Well, I wish they would make another Castlevania that's 2D, but yeah, it's another story. Let's start at that. Let's have a new 2D game.
In pachinko games.
Yeah.
But good first step, putting out these collections.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll do anything modern with it.
Yeah, like a brand new Castlevania game. You'd think with the success of the Netflix show that they would be working on one, but...
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is bad. I hate this.
Kevin says there's a new Castlevania coming out. It's 2D NES style. Really?
Let's go this way. I did not know that.
I played the Apple Arcade game Destructo Disc. I don't care for it at all. Yeah, I would not even want it to be canon for Castlevania. It's personally, I didn't care for it. Yeah, you were definitely near the end. I remember this very well.
This is also a hard part. All right. I misjudged that. I thought
This is one of the hardest parts in the whole game, yeah.
what gets me here more than anything is the controls. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing up instead of like left and right plus up when I get on these steps, because another case where it might not register. But that's more of the game itself, not the Joy-Con. I've always had trouble with this, and that's the only way I found I was able to do it.
Gosh, look at what... It's crazy, the design here is so Indiana Jones. I love it.
Hurry up. Go.
That's been largely so much of the appeal for this series for me growing up. You know, it was like, you know, Dracula and like horror movies like that meets Indiana Jones. What a cool, you know, mesh up.
Should probably try to find some sub-weapons. I think that blade is still
Strider
following
Tiger
me up.
asks, have you played the Castlevania Adventure remake that was on the Wii U, the Wii Virtual Console? Yes, it's very good.
Yeah, I did. I like that.
Castlevania Rebirth.
Yep. So there's another difficult jump part. So you got to jump on the right one, but you also got to like.
All right, we got to focus, guys. We got to focus. This is yeah. Oh.
You got to do it quick because those spikes. You don't think what?
You don't even need to jump, right? I think you just need to walk onto them.
One of them, yeah, you do. You just walk off of and onto another one. I think if we can get to death, we can continue at death.
Yeah, they really need to re-release those remakes that were on the Wii. I don't know why they're sitting on those. Yeah, as if things weren't worse. It could be worse. There's a giant saw chasing you up the stage.
Yeah, this is so much trial and error. You could spend so many lives here.
And I did. I remember having to use continues on this stage many, many times.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't have to before I get to the next checkpoint. Because that's a long way to come back.
Those characters, those sprites, the skeletons holding the pirate skeletons, they were in Castlevania 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 1, 2, walk off, jump, jump. All right.
Wow. You did it. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Boss number 1. This guy's pretty easy.
Yeah, and they brought him back in Symphony of the Night.
Mm-hmm. He always reminded me of Ridley from Metroid, because of that head and that
Yes,
that
very
body.
close.
Yeah, that skeleton-like body. Or reptile, I guess. That's another, that boss is such a great enemy.
Yeah. Classic.
No. Oh no. No.
Jeez. One more hit. Come on. Oh, one more now.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I felt that. That was a lot of pressure.
I felt it all the way across the country.
Alright, is there anything over here? Okay, good. I got full health. That's nice. Alright, let me think.
Look how
Okay.
gorgeous that background is. It's so awesome.
This guy,
Yep,
I think.
and there's another Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, I think you fight them together in Symphony of the Night.
You do, yeah, you do.
And it's right away, too. It's early on. It's actually easier in the second form than the first form, because that's all he does is he spits those 3 fireballs straight down.
All bark and no bite.
Okay, now this is the hard one.
Kevin says Neil Sedaka. Kevin also says, nice job, Manny. You got this.
Thanks. Yeah, this one's tough.
Yeah. It's like fighting Sigma in Mega Man X.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
You can do it. You can do it even with one.
Oh, I got cocky.
Oh, man.
It's alright, we're right here. Yeah, I found the pattern a little bit too
My
late.
delay.
A little too late. But I got it. All right. So a couple
Yeah.
things. As soon as you start, he
You got
shoots one
this.
at you. So I'm gonna get out of the way so I can avoid it. Oh, so much for that. And then he does it like kind of every 1 second. He'll throw another one at you. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Belmont Gaming is a cool channel. I think he tries to keep it Castlevania exclusive. Yeah, you totally have this.
I hope I do. I'm slipping up. He's not doing the swoop down.
Oh man. This stretch of bosses and everything kind of reminds me of, the end of Contra 3, the Alien Wars.
I never beat that. Honestly, I never really played it either.
Oh man, that's a hard one. Like you ask about like what's the hardest game I ever played and beat when I was a kid. That's one of them. Like on normal mode.
Mm-hmm. I beat Contra 1
Easy
on normal.
mode really makes it easy.
I beat Contra 1, I beat Super C as well, legitimately. Those are probably like one of my proudest, because I find the Contra games really difficult. I also got the Rogue Core game, which...
Destructo Disc, definitely Contra hardcore. It's insanely hard.
I do have the Contra collection, which I hesitated to buy because I have such a hard time with it, but I'm gonna try to give it a go.
You should. You should do it here on My Retro Live.
I'll try, as long as you don't mind that I don't finish it. I'll do a little bit of practice so I'm not completely green.
See, you made quick work of him this time.
Yeah, learn the pattern. And if you, I don't know how many people realize it, but you can jump off the ledge here, and there's that, you get a ton of items and health. We're not going to do that. But
I remember
what I'm talking
that
about?
secret,
Yeah, a little secret. We'll avoid it.
Here we go, the final frontier.
Alright, let's see. Let's see if I
Entertainment
can...
Joe, I did play Contra Force on NES. It's a good game. It's not really great, but it's good. It wasn't even supposed to be a Contra game. Oh, I'm okay. When I beat this game when I was 5, I must have played this boss like 50 times before I beat it.
Yeah, if you can hit that, you get some meat.
Like so these patterns and these sound effects, they're all burned into my brain. He's actually not that hard.
No, he's not. I've fought harder Draculas, I'll say that.
Thank you, Nostalgia Gaming. He says, I didn't expect to be watching a full live playthrough of Super Castlevania IV at 1 a.m., but I really enjoyed this. Great stream, guys. Thank you, man. Yeah, it has been really fun and cool watching Manny, because also at the beginning of this he beat Castlevania 1 on NES.
Look at that thing. There we go.
Oh, I love how that music comes in like that. Simon's theme. Here we go, guys.
Game over. Oh, my neck.
Game over, yeah.
I'm not doing this. I'm not sitting with the best posture right now.
Oh yeah,
You
neither
feel
am
the
I.
intensity and the stress right
Kevin
here.
says, proud to witness Manny beating Castlevania IV. Livra says, wow, this is Manny, the real king of game.
Well, I'm glad I could do justice to the title. I try hard.
Yeah, I wasn't. You guys saw it with your own eyes in the show, and with the videos and the old home movies. But it's really true. This is Manny was an expert gamer. He was like an esport gamer before there were esports. And Dad would always call him the king of games, and for good reason.
So what's next? Not tonight, but what's next?
I don't know. Sleep for me.
Yeah, I hear that.
The game of sleep.
Well, I made sure I went into this with a lot of caffeine. So
I think. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to think about what the next game we do on my retro live should be. Maybe we'll do a poll or something. Poll the audience and see what we should tackle. But Manny and I discussed this like a week ago, and we were like, man, we really should be streaming together. Because there's so much we could do and talk about, and have that dynamic. And people are always constantly saying to me, like, we want to see more Manny, want to hear more about Manny, what's going on with Manny and Mikey. And so it's cool to have Manny on the live stream. And we're definitely going to be doing this a lot more often.
So I play a lot of modern games
Castlevania
too.
3 next, says Kevin.
We'll get there. We'll get to Castlevania 3 soon, someday. I play a lot of modern stuff, but I don't really stream. So I don't know. We were also talking about maybe leveraging this channel for some of that, or just like if you're interested, it would be here, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, Manny, I think you pretty much play or gaming every night for the most part, right?
Yeah, when my wife and daughter go to sleep, I take about 2 hours a night. I could stretch about 2 hours. Sometimes I just am too tired, but for the most part, I'll do it. Went through Mario 3D World recently, Bowser's Fury. I'm doing Pikmin 3 now. Had some fun doing some Mario Maker levels. Shared that in Discord if you're a part of that.
Nice.
Yeah, I was playing some others as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, even if we're doing that
Well,
one
Manny
night,
is part of the My Retro Life family. Of course, we want more of him. And Charlie Hustle says, yeah, we definitely need Manny and Mikey to pop in frequently.
yeah, I think we could get another window in here and have the three of us loaded in.
Yes, got to get Mikey in on one of these.
Mikey will do some RPG streams for you.
Yeah, those would be really long streams.
Yes, multi-part, multi-part streams.
Absolutely. Have either of you gotten around to playing Cyber Shadow on Switch?
Yes,
That'd be a cool one to see Manny play
that
through.
I really enjoyed. I was doing it on PlayStation. I was going for all the no Xbox rather. I was going for all the achievements, and that game is if you're going for achievements, that's a hard game. But it's really a there's that in the Messenger, and both are kind of like pseudo Ninja Gaiden type games, and I really like that one. I actually want to get that
Yeah, I
on
haven't played
Switch.
it.
Yeah, I tried it on Game Pass. Um, Cyber Shadow, very good game. Maybe we'll do that. I wouldn't mind picking up that copy on Switch, or maybe I could use
There you
that
go.
Game
Yeah,
Pass version.
I'd have a lot of fun just watching you play a game that I've never even played or heard about before.
Did you play The Messenger? That's a good game too. Fun game.
No, I still haven't played that either.
I have played some of Dark Souls Remastered. I have sorry, this is in response to Charlton. Some Dark Souls Remastered, Demon Souls, some of that, and I played through completely Bloodborne, but I never really jumped into that series, Dark Souls. Not fully.
No. Well, presented by Konami. I think we've reached the end of our stream, guys. I'm definitely going to be calling it a night. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us this whole time. I mean, there's been probably at least 27 of you in this room in this stream for multiple hours now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Been awesome watching Manny beat Castlevania and Super Castlevania 4. I didn't know that was actually going to happen tonight.
Yeah. Well, we went through Castlevania 1 so quickly, it almost felt like we had to do something else. So, um, that
Yeah,
this
it's
one
like, okay, what
I
else can we
was
do?
pretty confident we could fit this in time, but yeah, it was a bit of a gamble. This one.
For sure. Yeah, no, it I definitely you the roll of the dice. You ended up beating both, which is awesome.
Yeah, well, it was fun. I look forward
Yeah,
to
super cool.
we
Well,
could do some more next time.
definitely. Okay, guys. Well, hey, we're gonna sign off now. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you next time. There's no set schedule for this yet, so just make sure your notifications are on, and you'll see us pop up on My Retro Live whenever we go live next time.
All right.
Later.
Bye. Thanks.